What's going on, everybody? Grady here for another video, and today we're going to be taking a look at this. This is the Sugess model M13, an absolutely stunning mechanical chronograph watch and one of the most beautiful watches in my collection. But why don't we jump right into it and I'll show you what it's all about. All right, let's take a look here at the Sugess. Let's first go over some specifications. Case thickness, 12 millimeters. You got a case diameter of about 40 millimeters here, a lug width of 22 millimeters, 50 meters of water resistance, and of course finished with this lovely sapphire crystal with a handsome amount of AR coating. Flipping it over here, you can see that absolutely beautiful Sugess ST1908 movement, which is a true mechanical chronograph based on a Swiss movement from the 50s, which is made by Venus. This is now a Chinese manufactured watch, but ultimately a reliable, robust movement. And since it is a mechanical chronograph, pushing that top pusher, you see the hands sweeping across here, nice satisfying click, and reset. The watch overall has a very nice high polish, which I know will attract scratches, but ultimately this is a dress watch, so you're not really going to be doing it in any sort of sporting manner. If you're taking a look at it on my wrist here, once again, I have a 7.5-inch wrist, pretty flat here on the top, so you'll see, kind of get an idea of what that looks like. And it fits very well. I think it's, obviously if you have wrists much smaller, the lug to lug is going to, lug length, that matter, is going to be a little bit big. But I think in my case, it's going to suit me really well. One thing that I do need to talk about is this strap. This is not the original strap. This is something I just found on Amazon for a couple bucks because the original strap is absolutely terrible. So highly recommend swapping that out. That is definitely one of my biggest complaints with this watch. Although I understand it was built to a price point, which I paid about $180 for it. It's definitely something to consider. Definitely just save up some, buy the watch, get some money together, get a nice strap, and you're all set. So, in terms of things I like I said, I love the sapphire, I love the applied indices, I love how absolutely stunning that dial is. But of course, I do still have some complaints. If you're looking at this here, this is a push-pull crown, sort of an onion style, very large, easy to turn, for winding the watch, because it is ultimately a mechanical watch, hand wound. It's nearly impossible to pull it out. I have to sit there and pry it out. I usually have to get either my driver's license or like a credit card or something to pop this out and adjust the time and adjust everything, which is just a real pain, which really leads me to not really being able to wear this as infrequently as I do, because I tend to rotate my watches enough so I have to set them all the time. And I know you could talk about, just trying to remember to wind it all the time, but it's like, man, this is just a really frustrating thing to use. And like I said, that strap, it's a total joke. I mean, there's no reason for you to have that level of strap for that watch because it's just so bad. So I highly recommend changing that out. But otherwise, though, really though, they watch hits so many great things. I mean, it's a proper dress watch. It's not crazy thick. It's relatively comfortable for my sized wrist. The dial is absolutely stunning, and it gives you a lot for your money, which I understand for these AliExpress brands, that's going to be a big part of what they do. I mean, where else can you find something that's got the Moonphase chronograph, mechanical chronograph, for under $200? But like I said, it does so many things so well. Just keep in mind, make sure to budget some money for a nice new strap when you buy it. But hey, let's go back to the desk. All right, so we are back here just as an overview for this watch. I mean, it's absolutely stunning. It's one of the most beautiful watches in my collection, personally. Although it does have a few little flaws with things like the strap and that crown, it is truly something that I never thought I'd have, just because it's usually not my style to have these types of dress watches, but it's absolutely stunning. I mean, just look at it. I'm very, very excited to continue to review this collection of mine and share with you guys, all the things that I've been finding out with watches and what I continue to look forward to as I do this more often. So thank you again so much for tuning in. Hope each and every one of you have a great rest of your day, and hey, stay awesome.